First of all, I have to thank my buddy Ben Wernberg from Shoot to Grill for showing me the ropes on trout fishing. We went Minnesota stream trout fishing and got into a 2-man limit of brown trout, and I had a great time. More importantly, I think it inspired me to go seek out some more trout fishing on my own. So recently here I found myself en route to Glacier National Park, where you don't need a fishing license to fish in the park. And for the non-native fish to the park, or the non-natives to whatever lake you're fishing in the park, there are no limits. No size limits, daily bag limits, possession limits. Catch and keep anything you want for the non-native fish. For the natives, catch and release only generally, other than there is an exception on one lake where you're allowed a small possession limit of certain native fish to that lake. But I got after some brook trout after a tip from a park ranger on a lake where I could get into some nice ones. And there was no trail to this lake, so I had to do a bit of bushwhacking. It was a 4-mile hike from my campsite. I packed in my inflatable kayak, and being in grizzly bear country and likely smelling like fish, I made sure I had my bear spray on me. Also carried a sidearm just in case I was actually attacked and mauled by a grizzly bear, with like one final option other than saying my prayers if I was to find myself in that situation. Fortunately, I did not. And after I got onto the lake, found some brook trout, just doing some open bail, rod and reel spin casting. I don't know how to fly fish. It's cool if you do, and it looks a lot of fun, fancy and all that. However, I've heard that spin casting can be just as productive, if not possibly more productive, and paddling around in a kayak where I can do some trolling, do some casting, anchor down. Spin casting is the method that worked out pretty well for me. So check it out. Here's a video. Brook trout, catch and cook, Glacier National Park. Hope you like it. Today we're using a spinner. Any color has worked as long as I've been here, everything I've tried. And they're not too finicky on the presentation. This is 6-pound fluoro. Snap swivel. I need a swivel, otherwise my line gets so curled up that it ends up twisting around my tip, starts popping off my spool. Yeah! Buddy! Cleaning these guys is pretty easy. First thing I like to do is actually, while they're still alive, bleed them. And that lets all that blood drain out of the meat. And you get a nice, clean, restaurant quality color fillet. I guess not fillet, I won't be filleting them, but some good quality color meat. Now, you want to make sure those gills are disconnected to the head all the way. Careful not to cut yourself in the teeth they have up in front of the gills in their mouth. In the poop chute, start cutting. You don't got to cut that deep at all. Just cutting a slit in the skin up the middle all the way. Now you just grab and pull. Basically rip out the gills and all the guts. Kind of connected at the fin there still. Usually that rips out on the smaller ones. I haven't caught brookies this big. There. Sooner or later it's all going to start tearing real nice. Just pull that all right out of there. Those are nutrients going back into the lake. And you can see there's some blood clots on the spine there. Like a tube of toothpaste, you can take your finger and just squeeze it out. I use my thumbnail. I get all that blood clot out of there. Very back of it's always hard. There's some vertebrae there, some little pits for the blood clots. I use the tip of my knife to dig that out as best as I can. Then, once you got it all pretty good, you can do the rest in the lake. Now that I got a bushwhack home to the campsite in grizzly country and get these things double bagged up as best as we can, see if they fit. Might have to cut them in half. Start with the bread bag. Seal that up as best as I can. Gallon Ziploc. Just hope I can close it. Should be able to. Burp the air out. For good measure, shopping bag. I'm going to put this inside of my dry bag, inside of my pack. It's as safe as I can figure. A couple park rangers just stopped by and showed them my 17-inch Brook Trout. They're pretty impressed with that and warned me that they've had grizzlies come take fish right off people's picnic tables, so to be extremely careful with this. So this guy is going to have to get cut in half to have a chance of fitting in this thing. And a little ways to go with the fire to get it down to coals. Just season it up in lemon pepper, obviously. See if we can get some butter stuffed in there as well. Got them a little blackened on the first side. It's a pretty thick piece of meat, so that's alright. You want to make sure it cooks through. Don't have to eat the charred skin at all. Been turning this guy quite a bit. Make sure that thickest part of meat has plenty of heat. I think we're just about to call this guy good. Tastes like it came off a grill. Ooh, that's good. These kinds of meals, you know, with all the work that you put into it and thinking about how you caught it for yourself, I think the circumstances help it taste a little better. Even without that, this is really good. So thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, there's more where that came from. Doing a couple other videos of Brook Trout, Glacier National Park catch and cook, trout chowder that I did, and also a fried in butter and lemon. So if you want to see those videos, go ahead and click the button below.